Alright. Okay, hot afternoon. I'm gonna go grab Jag. He's been in the pen here in the barn all day because I was gonna ride him earlier, didn't get around to it. Just finished setting 18 posts, something like 83 degrees high humidity, so we'll see what we can do. He's doing pretty good for what he is. Nice, easy going, working his jaw right now. Relaxed. He'd just soon go out and run around with his buddies. He's found a new buddy in this, I think it's a Mustang here that's just walking around. I'm gonna leave him out just to see what happens. Maybe we can get some excitement. See, Jag walks with me without a tight lead rope. Meaning he understands when he's paying attention, my intention. Which is a good deal. Let me brush him down real quick. See, I did grain him here a little while ago, an hour ago. Oh. Oh. And it is windy. That's my boy. So he was interested in where that Mustang was going. Yeah. Oh. He likes being doted on, that's for darn sure. Yeah. No real issues, good feet. So we talked on the phone, not really a strong, athletic specimen. Not a performance horse. Just a basic, he's grown up actually quite a bit. All I see here, yeah, likes to try and be in charge out in the pasture. So he's got a few scrapes on him. But he's outnumbered there with, what, 3 Mustangs, a registered quarter horse, and a warm blood mare. I think that's flies is what he's kicking at, which he was doing earlier today. Still just a touch of a rain rot in a couple places. So I'll put some, what is it, MGT on it. Let me clean his feet here real quick. Give me this foot, buddy. Wake up. It's my boy. He had to shift his weight there. Did you see that? Well, he was having a little difficulty picking that foot up. Oh, planning on taking him back. See, just a little attitude there on the 10th, but he knows what's coming. See him prepare that foot, and he's holding it himself. I had to pick it up, but can be just a little ornery cuss, like an old man, but he's relaxed enough. He doesn't get distracted like he used to. See the difference in that, picking that foot up, because he's prepared. Oop, oop, I'm not done. That's always probably the biggest issue with him, is if you're wanting to do something with him, getting him to want to do it as well. He's a little independent minded. So he's leaning on me on this foot. So I'm gonna wrestle with him just a little bit. He can stand on 3 legs. There we go. Now I got that. Now I'll let it go. There's a little conversation. See him leaning back and forth. There we go. Now I'll let it go. That was just a little conversation about who the hell's in charge here. Yeah. Let me throw that saddle on him, and I might throw some bug spray on him, at least his legs. I haven't ridden him in my main saddle in some time. This has a little narrower gullet, I think, even though I say it's semi-quarter horse. I think it's a little narrower. That was a little harder than I would prefer. Where are you going? That's my boy. Adjust this from the other horse that I rode this morning. Stop it. Goofy thing. All right. That should work. What's the matter? Where are you going? Check everything. Oh. He wants to go. Wants to go today. Probably because he saw that Mustang walk out of the barn. So we may have some energy here when we get going, which will be unusual for him. All right. Plank cinch, breast collar. You're walking around more than I would prefer. I think it's anxious to go do something because he's been in the pen all hot day today. 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to do too much of a warm up on him just so you can see what he would be like. There we go. It's my boy. Let me get that bug spray. I put some on him the other day, so I don't think it's too much of a problem. I'll introduce it to him slow. There we go. There we go. Good. So he's camped out a little bit. Like I said, that wind is it's a big boy. It's my big boy. It's a boy. It's a boy. I wouldn't stand in front of a horse doing this. That's my boy. Let me get that other ear. There we go. Good. Not too bad, not too bad. Need to grab my bridle. I've been riding him in this Rockin' S French snaffle bit. You can zoom in on that. If you just look up Rockin' S, see it's French snaffle, large rings on each side with mobile hangers for your slobber straps. If you ride with this getup of a McCarty, you could put this on an English headstall if you wanted. It's very, very effective, but you need to have good hands if you're going to use this, because it's too easy to jerk that horse's head around because you got such a large bite on the side, on the cheek. And if you relied on that, that's just not good horsemanship. But in Jag's case, and a lot of these colts I'm starting here, I'll ride, and I ride with the hackamore and this bit because it's there if I need it. But I try to have good hands despite whatever bit I have in their mouth. But you may want to look into this, about an $80 bit, and it's pretty nice, actually. Oh, big boy. So if which he hasn't been in some time, gets a little ornery and he wants to go to the barn, or he wants to go find out where that Mustang is, or wait on me, buddy. Hey, we're gonna go up in this pasture. Let's go. Here's that laziness. He knows what he's supposed to do, and I prefer not to just jam my thumb there in his mouth. Okay. And this should be adjusted for him. We'll see. He got a smaller head, I think, than Saul. But you can see if you zoom in or whatever, he's actually carrying the bit. So that's a good thing. I hang my halter up so it's not something somebody will step in. Let's just move him around a little bit. Make sure you can still walk with 4 feet. There we go. And again, like I said, hot, muggy, windy, stuck in the barn all day. And that's about the energy level you got out of this boy. He wants to go out the barn, so I'm gonna invite him back in here. Come on. So you can tell if doing hay here, I have to clean the center aisle of the barn. So I break that round pen down into two corrals. Just try to work that hip a little bit. There we go. See if I can get him to trot. Let's trot. What the hell is that? See, his tension's out. See, he's not really tracking straight on the circle. And drifting there. Now, mind you, he hasn't, I don't do a lot of, and that's typical. You should make a note of that. He almost always has to go through a little coffin routine at the trot. So I wouldn't immediately take off for Omaha, Nebraska without giving him a chance to clear his throat, clear his nostrils, and check your tack. And just get him settled in. That's all that is. Tighten the, make sure you tighten the girth on him. Rear cinch is fine. Should turn around so you can see what I did. It's not a big deal, but substantially tighten the girth more than what it was. Still have a, where are you going? See, there's that independence. He's got water in his stall, which I just gave him a bucket, so I know he was either interested in a different bucket of water or the dog's sitting over there. Let's see how I got that hind end to move around just in time with the left front foot. Left rein talks to the right hind foot. Alright. Let's see what we got going here. I think I'm just going to ride him around the barn here for a second. And then I'm going to go play with the new thoroughbred here that's off the track. Hadn't raced in 2 years. It's just been sitting around. So I don't like where that foot is for me to get on because I'm clumsy enough that, there we go, I would hit his left front foot getting up on him with my stirrup. That's one less thing I need to do. Of course, he's got me in a hole here. Goofball. Whoop. And where are you going? So we'll do that again. So I knew, back up, asking to back up. We'll get off. So I don't find that acceptable. Square up these feet again. So it takes a little bit of effort for him to get in tune. Now he didn't go running off. And if I had some chore to do, I wouldn't have a problem with that. There I checked him just to remind him that no, you're not that kind of a horse that you can, and I've got a couple here. Your job is to stand here while I'm contemplating what the hell we're going to do. And you can see from his expression, he still wants to know, where did that other horse go? Oh. Ooh. So I just checked my It'll take a little bit, even though I did some warm up on the ground, to get him in tune with me. I'm asking for a bend to the right. I'll try to stay out of the light of the door so you can see. There's a nice shape, ears forward. My focus is around. I'll see if I can keep his focus that way, knowing that he wants to look out the door. And see his head tip just ever so much, that, and his left ear just went that way. And his tail just twirled. Now I got a nice bend again. And there's the interest out the door. And there's the interest in food. I mean, and then I'm timing my right front rein with my right front leg. Let's change the bend. Come on. And he's not one that naturally won't collect himself, but we'll get a little something going here in a second. You'll notice that I don't go to wailing on him right off the bat because that just, doesn't accomplish anything. He operates at his speed, his level of interest. He can be very responsive like this. See, that's pretty light. Change directions, that's pretty light. Change directions, so we're closer to the door, so he's not as light. Come on. So we can get a little trot going. And you say, well, what do I want to trot in here for? So that took a little bit of a squeeze and a little bit of interest on his part. Oh, you want me to do something? Where with Saul, if I just think trot, Mind you, I said, if you remember, that he's not ridden in this barn since I busted up these pens. So me doing figure eights is that's a new deal. This is the first time he's done that. There comes a little cough. I could feel that coming. You could probably see it. Just let him have his head, relax. Yeah, it's my boy. And that, again, that's the standard. That's standard, that's routine for him. Nice for a halt. Very nice. Ask for, see if I can get a nice little backup here. He shifted his weight, so I quit. He's still in the teaching mode. Look at that. That's very nice. His ears were back on me. There's the left ear back on me. I asked for some life, and he's like, life? What is life? Okay. See him drifting. So I'm gonna ask him to throw that hip more so than I normally would have. That was more of a disengagement than I would typically ask for, but my other options would be to yank his head around and say, damn it, I don't want you looking out the door. Well, instead of yanking his head, I just tap his butt to go around. Oh, like that, like that, like that, like that. So, this is not a horse nor any horse, but this one, I mean, fighting with him is just a losing proposition. So we stop. He definitely will transition downward easily. He's not one to just take off. Although we've had trouble bolting. We've talked about that before. But I mean, you see when I ask for the trot or even a faster walk, it's like, are you sure you're really asking me for that? So I'm going to ask for a little faster walk here. I'm going to give some much more rhythm in my legs and my hips than I would need to, and then see how he died out. He just died out going over that pipe. Then by lifting the tail of my lariat, I reminded him, hey, we're walking, and we're trying to walk with some rhythm here. Let's go. Okay, there we got a pretty nice turn that time. I didn't have to fight him going out the door. So, let's see if I can, I don't think I've trotted counterclockwise yet. Masking. And now we got a nice little trot. You see that? And we got a little side pass thing going there. See if I can turn on the haunches. I said the haunches. Your haunches, not mine. Come on. And this is where he dies out. Come on. And that's just him not understanding what we want. So again, I'm not going to fight him over that. He's not a performance horse. If he falls into that turn, it's great. He knows how to do it. It's just mentally he doesn't keep up. See, come on. There, he's starting to think about it. Come on. So now I can't really quit. There we go. That was just an ever so slightest try. Come on. There. Come on. And see how his head went down? There. Come on. Come on. I'm just trying to, there we go. Now we'll walk out of that. That was his best try. Come on. And this is a perfect demo. That's where he's at. There are just some things that sometimes that, so I'm going to use this barrel, if you can see that. And I'm on the left side of the barrel. I'm going to ask him to step to the right side of the barrel. Come on. And he still doesn't have it. Come on. So let me get closer to the barrel. Come on. It's unfair because he can see the horses in his pasture there. See him shift there? Now we'll go this way. There we go. That's pretty nice. We go back to the right. I said back. So he needs to be able to shift his weight to the back, pivot on his hind end, move his front end. There. And then he's thinking about it, chewing on it. Took a big deep breath. So I'm gonna, you wanna bring the camera, I'm gonna go out this door here and ride around a little bit. It looks like there might be a storm coming. Come on. That was a bird that just blew out of the, and there's when I gave him some leg, he got a little, see, more interested in eating than watching where to put his feet. So I'm gonna cross that ditch again. I'm gonna cross that ditch again. And this is the kind of conversation you gotta have with him. It's not, he wants to eat instead of just crossing the ditch and going. Let's go. So in some regards, I heard thunder. He can be a little frustrating, so I'm gonna keep his head up and use my leg. And unfortunately I have to use more heel than I would like. I'm gonna get after him there. And that's why I like this bit. I can bring it up in the corners of his mouth and say, we're not eating. Here we go. And get him tuned back up in with me. There. I'm gonna go to the round pen. Come on. Whoa. So I thought he needed to take a leak there, but he didn't. Come on. So we have a new, what the hell is the problem? New pump in the pond, which I don't think he's seen from this side. He's acting like he needs to take a leak. There we go. The wind's blowing, the thunderstorm's coming over there. I don't think he went. Let's go. A lot of the deal with Jag is just waiting on him. So his attention wandered from the trailer to the pump in the pond to eating grass, you know, not paying attention to me. I was going to ride up in that round pen and play with that thoroughbred, but with lightning coming, that's probably not a smart idea. So I've corrected him, checked him there from eating grass. Let's see. I'm just going to go down, see if I can get him to go down this bank here without falling. So he wants to eat. If I go down too far, it gets kind of yucky, so I'm going to ask for a little side pass up the hill, curl down the hill. Come on. He sees the changing color of the soil, wants to eat. Come on. There's some erosion here. Yeah, up. Come on. God, damn. It does a lot of things to get out of going. Trying to urinate twice there, go to the bathroom, coughing, eating. There's a little ditch right here. See if he stumbles through it. I'm asking him to go. There we go. There we go. Well, he was grained maybe an hour ago, and he's had free choice hay all day long. Let's see how he does up this hill. And I'm prepared. This would be, a while ago, a perfect place for him to bolt out of there. So I'm pretty happy with that. But I was ready for him to bolt. You can see I'm constantly just fighting for his attention. Look at that. Look at that turn. So I need to, yeah, if you just want to wander aimlessly down the trail, he's okay for that. If you want to have a conversation with him, let's see if I can run up to these other horses here. And wants to eat again. I'll check him off with that. Come on. Water pick. Come on. He's not a very sensitive horse. Come on. Ask him to go. Let's go. Come on. See, that was a whole lot of asking. Oh, post on the left lead. Dog's in the way. Doesn't matter. I'm not going in the barn, so I'm asking him and he dies out. Yep. Shies from the equipment. Come on. I don't know if there was a bird under the mower or what. But that was a typical spook now. It used to be something horrendous. Now all this is new. Where I put that hay and equipment, the trailer up here. I mean, we've not ridden up here. We usually just head out on the farm. So you're, see if I can ride down this bank. I'll bump his front legs and lift the head up. Good. You almost have to give him a reason to. Come on. Quit. See, he'll die right there easily. Just, again, they're not all feeling real well with the. Look at that, that's a nice little turn. He got his head up. Get 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 his head up. Come on. Get up there. See, I'm irritated that he's eating grass, so I'm gonna mess with him, son. I want him to pay attention to me, not what he wants. Because if he's not in tune with me, get up here. Come on. I don't care if he is a slowpoke horse, he should be in tune with me. And I don't care if it's starting to rain. And yeah, the grass is tall and thick. Like there's more rain coming. Let's see if we can circle this tree. See, now I've got his attention back. That's good. He's checking out the flower pot there in the wine barrel. Come on. You ask for a, there we go. A little work on the shoulders there. Come on. That's my boy. Come on. There's the rains coming. Come on. Try to get his head up. He might be a little sore now. We rode, I think it was 2 days ago. Check him off that grass. There we go. Yeah, see, something had spooked him under the mower before, so that's what he's eyeballing this time. Go back in the barn. And the sirens are going off in Richmond, so we better quit. So I'm gonna ride him in here because I don't want to end on that note of like we did before out there. Need to get his life up a little bit. I mean, he's just life in the sense I need him to be responsive. He's just, falling apart. Part of it's getting tired because we went up and down some hills. We had a big ride. I think it was 2 days ago. See if I can loosen him up. Bang my knee on the good. So I got some rhythm in my legs here to get him going. Lost my left stirrup. We're going this way. Yeah, this is what I like. I don't mind them being a dud, slowpoke, slug. Ugh. But when I want some life, I want some life. So I'll get that by backing him up and ask him to go forward. Give him a chance, because he's not. Use my legs, alternating my legs. I'm just sitting a trot now. Bang lightly. That was good. See him, he questioned. That's the first time he wanted to check back with me. Where are we going? Are we slowing down? Are we going right? Are we going out the door? He was asking me where you want to go. So I will quit on that. And that's what I was. So that if you could see or follow all of that, there's a bit of a struggle with him to get him that tuned in. And again, the challenges were, I'm tired, he's tired, it's hot and humid and the storm's coming, the sirens are going off. The wind was up, he's hungry. He'd just soon be in the pasture with his buddies. But I did not want to end with that little frustration we were having over there in the bank. Before we were going around the tree, he was just a slug. Right here, we ended with, it's, hey boss, what do you want me to do? And that's, I don't care what of a slowpoke he is, that's what you want. See if I can work on strengthening his back a little bit. Just see if I can get him to lift his back. And there's the rain if you can hear it. So if I can get him to, and he's not at this level, but I think there's an issue. That's not too bad for him. He's still light on with contact. His ears are moving. I'm not using any leg. I'm just asking him to hold himself. There's no rhythm on my part at all. There. Look at that. Look at that. And he's searching. He's searching. I'll ask for some lift. Some lift. There. And I'll release at that. He's wondering, what are you doing there? There we go. Now I'll get some lift. I don't want to overdo it there. There we go. There we go. That's better. All right. Whoop. Just keep recording while I untack them. So I mean, he's not mad or irritable. or a punk. Let me tell you what a punk he was. He's not been that. He's got a good expression on his face, if you can see in the dark. His ears are up. He's still interested in what's happening outside. But you can tell he's tired now too. So he's not an endurance animal. Nice little half-hour rides will be good for him. Some consistent rides will help keep him in shape, although he's not a real athlete. Anyway. He can be very frustrating, but he is for me, because I got some horses here that you just, think about something and they want to go. That little Mustang that was wandering around, it's like, what was that? Wood runner? That sucker wants to go. If you can match the horse's motivations, like if I would have ridden up to where those other horses were, instead of which I probably would have if I wasn't recording this, playing around in the barn, see, I would have leveraged his interest, and we would have had a little more. I'm gonna talk about that too. Ouch! Just bent my fingernail. But he has a habit that I'm trying to break him of. I'm itching his neck now. He's got some bite or something there. Oh. When I go to take the saddle off, he'll throw his head up, which tells me, there we go, yeah. And I try not to allow that to happen. Either his hips are sore or something. You can stop